ஓம் பிரபன்னபாரிஜாதாய தோத்ரவேத்ரைகபாணயே ஞானமுத்ராய கிருஷ்ணாய கீதாமிருததுஹே நமஹ. த்யாயதோ விஷயான் பும்சஹ சங்கஸ்தேஷூபஜாயதே சங்காத் சஞ்சாயதே காமஹ காமாத் க்ரோதோபிஜாயதே க்ரோதாத் பவதி சம்மோஹः சம்மோஹாத் ஸ்மிருதிவிப்ரமः ஸ்மிருதிப்ரம்ஷாத் புத்திநாசः புத்திநாசாத் பிரணஷ்யதி. Bhagavan Shri Krishna is giving the methods through which a jnani who has received the teaching that Aham Brahma Asmi, I am Brahman, the absolute reality, can internalize the same. To deeply dwell in this knowledge and to own up that I am Brahman, one has to follow sense control, mind control and Atma Dhyanam. These two verses, 62 and 63, are to be read together so that one can comprehend the meaning easily. These two verses are extremely useful for our situations in life and have to be deeply registered in our mind. This verse tells that mind control, that is, control at the thought level, is extremely important. Thought should be in our control. Quality of thoughts, quantity of thoughts, and direction of thoughts are very crucial. Refined, cultured thoughts in a balanced quantity should flow towards the right goal. This is the general instruction with respect to thoughts. Here, in these verses, Bhagavan Shri Krishna shows how a person spoils his life by being careless in his thoughts. In life, we come across certain situations, people or things, which we find very attractive. When we experience those situations, people or things, through our sense organs, those experiences get registered in our mind. All experiences are not registered in this manner, but our mind starts dwelling on certain things and we can feel our thoughts flowing towards them. When we start thinking more about a particular object, we develop desire towards that. That love and desire for an object gets intensified and becomes greed. Initially, it will be just a feeble desire. Later, it will become a strong one. We plunge into efforts to fulfill that desire. And if any obstacles come in the path, one will become extremely angry. When one is under the grip of anger, one will not know what to talk and what not to talk. Thus, he will lose his power of discrimination. Not only one loses his discrimination, whatever one has learnt from his guru and scriptures with respect to life and the choices one has to make in dharma and adharma, etc., will not come to his rescue. Knowledge will not be helpful for person who is overpowered by anger. Everything will be forgotten. Even if not forgotten, it will not give him clarity. Thus one loses viveka shakti, the power of discrimination, as a result of anger. If one loses his discriminative power, the human birth itself becomes useless. The above ideas are illustrated in these two verses. Vishayan dhyayataha pumsaha, the one who dwells on the sense objects, teshu sangaha upajayate, develops an attachment and affection towards them. Sangat sanjayate kamaha, from that attachment is born desire, which later turns into greed. Dharmic desire is not considered as bad in scriptures. Bhagavan talks about adharmic desires. Kamat krodhaha abhijayate. If any obstacle or disturbance comes in the path of fulfilling one's desire, it leads to anger. One becomes angry towards others and towards one's own self also. One even scolds one's mother in anger. The most respectful elders are also not spared. One is unaware of words uttered in anger. Krodhat sammohaha bhavati. Anger leads to delusion, that is aviveka. Lack of clarity with respect to what should be done and what should not be done. What one should speak and what one should not speak. What to think and what not to think. One loses dharma adharma viveka. Sammohat smriti vibhramaha. One would have learnt so much from the scriptures for years together. Those samskaras will be in the mind. Using one's intellect, one would have assimilated so much. But if one has moha or delusion, whatever one has studied will be of no use. Smriti bhramshat buddhi nashaha. Bhagavan Sri Krishna has given us the faculty of intellectual strength. One will be losing that in the process. Buddhi nashat pranashyati. If one loses one's power of discrimination, then one loses the golden opportunity to stay blessed and give happiness to others. Adi Shankaracharya says, Purushartha ajogyaha bhavati. One becomes disqualified for attaining highest goal of human life. His life will be lost. It means his body will be there, but will be like a corpse. He will not have peace of mind. Thus, one has to be very careful and vigilant with respect to one's thoughts. Whatever may be sensory perception of eyes, ears, nose, tongue or skin, one should have control. One should not suppress or express the emotions, which will cause harm to oneself and the society. Through devotion, knowledge and satsanga, one should cultivate appropriate, balanced, clean desires. Evolve and thus make one's life fruitful. Having desire for dharma and keeping one's mind in dharma, if one lives with Ishvara Bhakti, one is sure to have peace and happiness throughout his life, is the teaching conveyed in these verses. Dhyajato vishayan pumsaha sangasteshu pajayate sangat sanjayate kamaha कामात् क्रोधोऽभिजायते क्रोधात् भवति सम्मोहः सम्मोहात् स्मृतिविभ्रमः स्मृतिभ्रंशात् बुद्धिनाशः बुद्धिनाशात् प्रणश्यति. My prayerful blessings to all of you. Hari Om.